Hi everybody. Today I'm going to do a book review on Eat, Pray, Love. I don't have the real book. I just have a photocopy of the cover because I had to return. I did mine at the library, so I had to return it, but I thought this would suffice. It looks just like the real book unless I turn it like this. JJ said that he is going to join us on our little book review today. He's going to tell us what he thinks while he's eating. All right, so Eat, Pray, Love was really, really popular. I think it was popular in its own right after it was published because it's an amazing, amazing story. Very well written. Obviously, she's an amazing writer, Elizabeth Gilbert. But also, I think the movie really pushed it into like everybody's forefront. And I hadn't watched the movie prior to reading the book. And everybody that I talked to had said, you know, a lot of people hadn't watched or hadn't read the book, but watched the movie, and they loved the movie. So they were curious about the book. And so I decided, because it's up my alley, I don't usually get on the bandwagon of things that are super popular unless it's like totally, in the vibe of like the things like I'm totally into. And this was exactly that. Her journey was very spiritual. It's very beautiful. And that's what the book's about. So I would just have to say, obviously it's a 5-star out of 5-star review for this book. What I loved about it was I loved that it was her spiritual awakening journey. And it wasn't just about, like her relationship finding like God necessarily. It was her relationship, finding her higher self. And it was cool to hear someone else's journey through that, because I think obviously we all go through it in different ways, in different forms, whether we want to admit that that's what's happening or not. Sometimes it comes in the form of a disease and then it shakes up our life and we have to just wake up. She actually like speaks about like talking to her higher self or God or whatever she wants to call it. But yeah, her journey through her hard times. I loved how the book really started in her hard times. I loved how she was not like sugarcoating her story, and she really painted a good solid picture of the depths of her despair, and then really brought us to all the different parts of her journey. And so it was like most people don't really go on these journeys, these spiritual journeys that she went on, right? And like she went to like an ashram and all these things, and it's her story about that, and her story through Italy, and just all these different things of her finding herself. Not everybody can afford to do the things that she did, right, when they're having like a midlife crisis or whatever. But yeah, it's your mac and cheese. Hold on. Oh, it's okay. Hey, guess what? We have lots of mac and cheese. Brother was just finishing it. Do you want some more mac and cheese? Okay. We'll make mac and cheese, okay? Okay. I'll make it. Mommy will make it for you. Okay, just a minute, okay? I'll get it. Just a minute. Thank you, honey. You're so patient. So anyway, so it wasn't just about her, like it wasn't like I didn't connect just with like her journey of like going through all these things, because I could personally see myself doing that. It was more of that everybody, I think, goes through like an awakening process, and I liked how hers was very adventurous, of course, and really condensed maybe in a timeline of her life. But I feel like it was really relatable, because I feel like most people go through their spiritual journeys, and it's that's what I connected with in this book, was like the things that I experienced on my spiritual journey, and the things that she experienced were, yeah, maybe in not such dramatic ways for me, but it was very similar, and I really connected with the pieces of her going through, and realizing, just about her connection and allowing herself to heal and to be loved, and realizing that it's love from herself that she needed, not from everybody else. So I don't like to do spoilers, so I don't tell you really what the book's about on my reviews. I just like to tell you what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, what I wanted more of. So what I really, I would like a sequel, and I don't know, I haven't researched her much. I feel like the story was like good where it ended for this book, but I feel like there's more that, like, it made me want more at the very end. Like, I wanted to, like, I just didn't feel done. And then watching the movie that everybody said was so great, after reading the book, I was like, I could not, like, I literally sat there through the whole movie being like, oh my God, this is like literally like a whisper of what the book is. Like, it's nothing. Like it made the movie, for me, the movie was so bad because I read the book first. So if you haven't done either of them, I would do it in reverse. It's not going to ruin it for you, because I feel like the book is so different, and like a lot of even the details in the movie weren't even the same to what it really happened in the book. So you wouldn't ruin, if you watched the movie first and read the book second, you'd be totally fine. But if you're not into reading, which then you wouldn't be watching this review. But if you're not into reading, then the movie, I guess, would be maybe good. Everybody that's watched it that didn't read it said it was awesome. So, so I'm in love with Elizabeth Gilbert as an author now. What are you doing, JJ? You are a goofball. Take this out of there. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, are you just eating handfuls of it? Yeah. So anyways, very good book from beginning to end. It had like tons of different parts where, like, some you were totally like sympathizing for her, some you were just like jumping out of your shoes that she was like connecting with what she did, and some you were just like totally relating to her journey. So it was kind of cool. So yeah, overall, awesome book. If you want something while you're driving to work, or something that's always in the car, that's what I do. So like I do Audible. If you want to be listening to a really great story that like you can't wait to get in the car to run to the grocery store because you get to listen to your book, this is the perfect book for you. I think all the people that follow me love the spiritually, journey type, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Spiritual is what I like to call it, but some people like relate that to religion. So maybe, I don't know. Modern hippie, I don't know what you want to call it, but this is a really good one. If you haven't checked it out, it's one of those great ones. One thing I'll never forget is when I was at a writer's workshop, and they for Hay House, and they were saying that Eat, Pray, Love was one of those books that like lightning struck 5 times. It was kind of like a miracle. Like, this is a miracle book. Like don't expect like that to just be like the case for everybody's writing, right? Like, it's like that. It was amazing events that had to occur for her to write her book. And it is like, when you read this book, it is an amazing events that happened in her life. But being the shining star that I am, I have just as amazing events. I might have not traveled to Italy and tried all the most amazing food in the world, and learned Italian, or gone to India and stayed in an ashram for my religious growth. But I swear my story is chock full of just as many beautiful spiritual shifts as hers, I feel like. And that's why I feel like it's so relatable. I feel like a lot of us go through these. And if you haven't gone through them yet, read the book and then look forward to these things happening to you. Okay? All right. Well, I hope you liked the review. I hope you like what I had to say about it. I love doing book reviews because most of all, I love reading and I love sharing all the books that I love with all of you. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Enjoy this beautiful fall weather that's turning us into a winter wonderland soon, maybe in a couple months. He's done with food. I gotta be done with this video. Take care. Bye.